Hey guys, welcome to another ranking and welcome to my ranking of all the Transformers movies. I'm probably not the best person to do this ranking because I'm not a huge Transformers fan. I grew up with it. I grew up with like Beast Wars, Beast Machines and stuff, and as a kid I enjoyed Beast Wars and Transformers and stuff, but I grew out of it and just it's not something like Dragon Ball Z where I loved as a kid and I still love now. I kind of grew out of it and I don't really give a shit about it. But I've seen all the movies and I just saw Transformers: Rise of the Beasts and I thought, hey, might as well just do a ranking of all the films. There's 8 films: the 5 Bay films, the animated film, Bumblebee, and this one. So 8 films I'm going to be ranking. So it's gonna be all in my opinion from my least favorite to my favorite. Let's get started. Coming at number 8 is Transformers The Last Night. This one was agonizing to sit through. Completely agonizing. Horrible. It's some of the worst editing I've ever seen in a film. Some of the worst CGI I've ever seen in the film. The biggest thing I remember is the robot butler of Anthony Hopkins. Probably the shittiest character in a film. Couldn't even tell you the story of this movie. I feel like I blacked out halfway through and forgot the plot, which is probably for the best, but definitely the worst one in my opinion. Coming in number 7 is the other Marky Mark one, Age of Extinction. This is the one that brought the Dinobots. I don't know why they brought the Dinobots. I guess fan service. This one brought Mark Wahlberg and a lot of it brought a lot of product placement of beer. Was it Bud Light or something? There's like a scene where Mark Wahlberg like pulls out a beer and just drinks it. That was funny. Again, shitty editing, bad action, terrible CGI. I don't know what they did to Optimus Prime in this movie. Mark Wahlberg is I guess he's doing it for the paycheck. There's also a side plot with this guy trying to hit on his daughter, which is ridiculous. And all I remember is the Dinobots and them doing absolutely nothing. Good job, Michael Bay. Coming at number 6 is Revenge of the Fallen. That is the second one. Yes, that's the one with the robot with the testicles banging together. This is when the cringe started happening. This is the cringe humor of Michael Bay and the slightly offensive, I guess, humor. We all know with the twins. Yeah. Shia LaBeouf is insufferable in this movie. There's his roommate named Leo. Even more insufferable. Megan Fox is just there for, I guess, eye candy. John Turturro, I guess, just they had to bring him back, so he's there. And then the bad person is the Fallen, and they want this device called the Matrix and stuff. And now Megatron is Galvatron, and it's just crap. The action is crap. They put so much comedy in this movie, and it was like written by a preschooler. It was a garbage ass movie, but I think the Mark Wahlberg ones are probably more insufferable to sit through. But this one is shit, really shit. Number 5 is Dark of the Moon. Dark of the Moon is not very good, and it's a very complete waste of Leonard Nimoy. But I give this movie one thing: it has a pretty decent setup for a good story. It just doesn't pay off. About like the moon landing and this like transformer all government conspiracy covering it all up. There's some interesting plot in this movie. They just don't go anywhere interesting with it. And they also kill Starscream off in like the most humiliating way. And they have Rosie Huntington's character emasculating Megatron to go fight Optimus Prime. That's our third act, people. And you also got Dr. McDreamy in it, being a villain. Well, he tries. Still a shit movie, a shit Michael Bay movie, but it tried to do something kind of clever, but still failed. But at least it tried. More than I can say about the other 3 films. All right, number 4 is the first Transformers movie. The first Transformers movie was a big hit. People loved it. It made so much money at the box office. People demanded a sequel. I remember when I first watched it, I actually didn't mind it. It was a bit cringe and a little silly, but it was kind of cool to see Transformers Optimus Prime on the screen, and I'm like, well, that's kind of cool. And then you got Bumblebee who talks through the radio. Man, that gimmick gets real old. And I don't know, but they focus so much on Shia LaBeouf's parents, who are again just they're so annoying, and John Turturro, and he's annoying, and just the soldiers in this movie, in the first movie, are not that bad. They're pretty they're pretty good. Shia LaBeouf is not even that bad in the movie, but Megan Fox, again, she's just there for the eye candy, and some of the action was kind of cool, like the stuff with the Scorponok in the desert was kind of cool, and the opening and stuff. But when you look at it now, it's very dated, and there's a lot of scenes you just don't know what's going on, and the humor, like, it may have been funnier in 2007, but it's just cringe now, and it's not good. It's not good. All right, top three. Number three is Transformers Rise of the Beasts, the new one. Did a whole review of this movie. Don't need to talk about it. This is a movie I think will please the diehard Transformers fans and people who have been waiting to see the Beast Wars on the screen. I just really wish they just made a straight Beast Wars movie. And I really wish they took the humans out of the movie. I think taking the humans out would have made the movie a little stronger, and maybe taking the Transformers out and just made a Beast Wars movie. I think that would have made the movie a lot more interesting. But there's entertainment stuff. There's some cool action scenes here and there. A little less nauseating to watch, but it still has that really bloated third act that you don't know what's going on. And it does have some of its lame-ass jokes, and it still feels like one of those Transformers live-action movies, but it is better than the Bay movies, but still not that great. Number two is the animated film. The animated film, it's got nice animation, and I think, again, if you grew up with Transformers, this movie's a phenomenal movie. Like, it's a great movie. It's got great lore. It's got the Unicron played by Orson Welles, and it's got the great sequences, the emotionality. Again, I don't have a lot of connection to the Transformers, so watching this movie doesn't really hit me very much. I don't have a lot of connection with the characters. This movie is just for fans of Transformers. And since I'm not a huge Transformers fan, it's just kind of like an average animated film. If I'm just judging it as an animated film, it's just okay. Sorry. Number one to me is Bumblebee. Bumblebee is the best. It's the only Transformers movie that actually brought like an emotional connection for me with the characters. Like, I cared about Bumblebee. I cared about Haley Steinfeld and her relationship with Bumblebee. It was an 80s movie, and I love the 80s era and the music and stuff. The action was actually really good. The whole opening on Cybertron was really awesome. I actually just cared about this story because it was more like small scaled, and it was just focusing mostly on two characters and the friendship they have with each other. So when there's like heartbreak or something dangerous is going to happen, you actually feel scared because you care about both the main characters. And that's why I enjoyed Bumblebee. I liked how it was shot. I liked the music. I liked the performances, the characters, and even the action was a lot of fun. So I thoroughly enjoy Bumblebee. And that's just because I think it was just directed very well. Travis Knight's a fantastic director, and I really wish he would continue doing Transformers movies. But I digress. But definitely the best Transformers movie, in my opinion. So yeah, that was my ranking of all the Transformers movies. So let me know in the comments below what is your ranking and what's your favorite, least favorite. Give me your rankings of all the Transformers movies. Comment below and let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the ducks.